Hello and welcome to HW News. Revolutionary poet and activist Varavara Rao has been in jail since 2018. He was arrested 2 years ago in connection with the Bhima-Koregao and Elgar Parishad case. Now the case was earlier with Pune police, then it went to an SIT that was formed by the Mahavikas Agadi government, and then now the NIA has stepped in and has taken over the entire case. However, Varavara Rao has been in jail since 2018. Recently, he tested positive for COVID 19. However, his family has been alleging that they are not being provided the information on his health on time by the prison authorities. We decided to speak to Mr. Venugopal Rao, who is a nephew of Mr. Varavara Rao, and know what exactly is the situation inside the jail, what exactly is the situation that Mr. Varavara Rao faced when he was lodged in the jail. Let's see what Venugopal Rao told us.
See, the first thing is the case itself is a fabricated case based on cooked up evidence. This is not only our contention, but actually, when the case was foisted in June 2018, several experts, journalists who were carrying Naxalite news for about 2 decades, 3 decades, and even forensic experts, even retired police officers said this evidence will not stand the scrutiny of law courts. It's all cooked up, either doctored or completely fabricated. So the case itself, see, this fact came out when Sharad Pawar, the new government, came in Maharashtra, and NCP is one of the constituent parties of the government. NCP Supremo Sharad Pawar, in an open public meeting in Pune, said he named two police officers and said those two police officers cooked up the case on the behest of RSS. He named them and he said the investigators have to be investigated. He asked the government to form a special investigation team to completely revisit the case and scrap the case. So our demand for his release or our demand for scrapping the case is not a new one. It has been there for 2 years and supported by everybody, starting from the family members to Sharad Pawar. So that is the basic fact of the case. Then coming to the second thing, even if the case is a real one, in India, in Indian jurisprudence, bail is the rule and jail is the exception. V.R. Krishnaiyer set up this jurisprudence principle in 1977. So any person who is imprisoned, who is accused of a case, should be released on bail unless there are only three conditions set up by Krishnaiyer. One, if he leaves the country avoiding the judicial inquiry. Second, if he tampers with evidence. Third, if he avoids the judicial process. But in case of Varavara Rao, he cannot go out of the country because he doesn't have a passport. His passport was denied. He did not have a passport. Second, tampering of evidence does not arise because the evidence is cooked up. Third, he does not evade judicial process because in the last 45 years, he was implicated in 25 cases. He attended all the cases, and in all the cases, 25 cases, he was acquitted. He was found not guilty by the courts. Prosecution could not prove a single charge in a single case. So that shows he cannot avoid, he will not avoid. So he is a fit case for bail, but for 2 years, his bail was rejected continuously. In Pune, 3 times bail was rejected. And in Mumbai, after NIA took over, 2 times the bail was rejected. See, after Sharad Pawar asked for an SIT, Home Minister of Maharashtra invited those two police officers to Mumbai and had a 3-hour talk. After that 3-hour talk, they came out and they said, next time we are going to meet again and a second installment is going to be there. But within 2 hours, Union Home Ministry took over the case from Pune police and said Pune police cannot investigate this, and it is only NIA which is going to be investigating the case. This happened in January. 6 months later, even now, NIA has not moved an inch from what Pune police did, what Pune police concocted. Again, yesterday on 16th, NIA filed a counter petition asking the court to deny bail to Varavara Rao. In that counter petition, each and every contention was there in Pune police allegations 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago. That means NIA has not got a single evidence. So it is a fit case for bail. Then added to this, since COVID has come, we have been fighting an interim bail petition based on age and health and COVID vulnerability. When we filed the petition, bail petition in May, at that time it was only COVID vulnerability. But now it has become a reality. He's tested positive. So he's a fit case for even interim bail on age and health and COVID grounds. But NIA has a cheek to say in open court that he is in the garb of age and COVID, trying to take undue advantage. What is garb? His age is not a garb, it is a reality. COVID is a reality and proved by government's own testing laboratories. It is not we saying that. So, starting from the case, beginning of the case, to the bail, to the health, everywhere, police, prison authorities, hospital authorities have failed, even judiciary have failed Varavara Rao, and all of them are pushing him to death. I have to give somewhat backgrounder to this. Since March 24th, Supreme Court has given a direction to all state governments and prisons. Because of the COVID, family visits are curtailed, stopped, lawyer visits are stopped, and letters are stopped. Because of that, allow the prisoners to talk to their families on phone, and every week phone call should be given. But in Varavara Rao's case, weekly one phone call was not given. 15 days, 17 days, there was a duration of 17 days between two calls. We got phone calls on June 24th, July 2nd, and July 11th. These three phone calls, actually, he was struggling for words, his voice was weak, he was incoherent, he was confused. And finally, on July 11th, we got a perturbing call. So on July 12th, we held a press conference and asked to shift him to hospital. Then on July 13th, he was moved to hospital. On July 15th, we went and with jail's permission, jail gave a permission letter to visit him in hospital. We went to hospital. On July 15th evening, we went to JJ hospital to see him. He was in a ward called transit ward, and he was just like an orphan. Nobody was looking after him. There were no ward boys because of COVID. There were only 2 nurses handling about 60 patients. So they were not looking at him. And there were 5 or 6 guards, constables, sitting outside the ward. We went inside. At that time, he was lying on the bed, which is drenched in urine. He was like an orphan. Nobody was looking at him. I changed the bedclothes. I changed his pajama and shirt. And within these 10-15 minutes, nurses and constables came and threw us out, though we were showing that letter. Then they said only family wife can visit him for 10 minutes. They allowed wife and they threw her also. Next day, again, we went to the hospital. and we met the superintendent. Superintendent gave permission. We went, that he was in this transit ward is in second floor. We went up to the second floor, and then nurses told us he is tested positive, nobody can see him, so we were not allowed to see him. We came back to Hyderabad. On 18th, we came to know that he was joined. He was sent to St. George's first, and from St. George to Nanavati. And by the time he reached Nanavati, he had a head injury. We don't know where it happened. So all this came in press. There was no official information. After 15th till now, in the last 14 days, there is no official information. We used to get unofficial information from friends and press people for first 3 days, but later it was also stonewalled and we don't have any information. Yesterday, court said we can visit him, but subject to, they have given two conditions, qualifiers. One, subject to the protocols of the hospital. Since yesterday evening, when we got the High Court order, we have been trying to meet the hospital, try to get in touch with them, but they are not. They are saying we are talking to our legal team. We will not be able to tell our protocol now. And second condition was government's directions regarding COVID patients. We don't know what is that. So even now we don't know anything about him, his official health status. Actually, in any democracy or even in a country where natural principles of justice apply, a family has a right to know about the status of health and line of treatment and possible risks. But we are denied of all this. See, even the Supreme Court said even becoming a member of Maoist party is not a crime unless he is involved in a crime and his prosecution has evidence to show that he is involved in a crime. All his life, he has been writing. He is a poet. He worked as a lecturer for 30 years. He is a public speaker. He has been working for the rights of marginalized people. CPI Maoist is also working for the marginalized people, and their paths might have converged at some point of time. That does not make him a member of some banned party. He is not a member. See, for example, actually Supreme Court in its judgment said, if somebody professes Gandhian principles, it does not mean that he is member of a Gandhian party. Ideals are different and technical membership is different. The Act UAPA says if you are a member of the party, only you are liable, you are punishable. Having the ideas is not a crime. He has the ideas, certainly. There are two levels of answers for this. One, the three letters were given out first, and in only one of the letters this name was there. We don't know who wrote and whom it was addressed. And that letter talks about campaign against repression on people in general, on Adivasis in general, and particularly on Sai Baba. Is it a crime to see if you are sentenced in a court, lower court, only Sai Baba was sentenced in a lower court, you can appeal to higher court. Even if in higher court it is confirmed, you can appeal to Supreme Court. So criticizing a judgment, criticizing a conviction is not a crime in India. He was criticizing, or somebody was criticizing and asking Varavara Rao to help in that. So even if that letter is true, it's not a crime. And that letter is not a real letter, it is a cooked up letter. There were so many internal evidences, not me, at least for Ajay Sahni himself. You cannot have a police expert, forensic expert, and strategy expert than anybody other than Ajay Sahni. Ajay Sahni on record on that day itself on June 7th or June 8th, 2018 said it is laughable to quote this as evidence. It is ridiculous. It is a doctored letter or it is a cooked up letter.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.